Lyria shows up for... Oh my god, my voice. What the fuck? It's just not awake yet. Lyria shows up for 10 o'clock, stream in the morning, wake up, challenge impossible. Hello. Oh my goodness. Like there's a... It's not even like morning voice. It just feels like left side of my throat feels kind of off. Okay. Hi. Hello. How are we doing today? I have stopped here. This is where I stopped. I did some paralogs. And then now we're here. Bernadetta failed her Darkflyer exam again. I mean, it's 42%. So, you know, what could I expect from her? But also, damn it. Fucking... The idiot needs to pass. I was gonna go to sleep actually, like, significantly earlier than normal because I was dying and falling asleep already at, like, 8 my time. Which I completely woke up at, like, both 7 my time and 8:30 my time. So I don't have a good excuse for why I'm late. But I ended up watching the finale of Ian Recco, and we can't stop winning. We can't stop winning. We're gonna be financially responsible. We can't stop winning. I'm gonna be honest. It's some mix of like, you know, I wasn't super into watching the RP before, and it was still a little rough to watch the RP again. But I think Jonathan with a G. I think he made it. My understanding was he made it. So good for Jonathan. I'm happy for him. Also, like, the greater majority of chat being like, fucking go! Go! You can do it! Get him! Yeah! I'm just like, this is incredible. I fucking love this. Very funny. So that's great. I just assumed that they would have left it off on the, like, on the Gigapane, and then it would just be like the Gigapane train feels emotion train dying. And then they didn't, and I was like, okay, I mean, sure. They wanted to actually do something with that narrative arc. So good for them. Surprisingly, I don't have another membership notification since then. Yeah, you woke up at 5 today? When is that in my time? Because I know there is a time disconnect. But yeah, honestly, it was because, like, I woke up at 7, or I woke up at 7, and then I was, like, fine. But then I was like, I'm a little tired. I'm gonna, like, I moved my alarms back by an hour and then went to sleep again. And then I was like, yeah, now I'm awake. I'm just gonna, like, lay in bed for a little bit. And then it was 10 o'clock, so that's what actually happened. But yeah. Would have been funnier if the hot pink one succeeded, but probably for the better it went how it did. Yeah. Yes. Also, Ame turning into a diamond schizo person. Very funny. The diamonds, they're speaking to me. What do they mean? What do the diamonds say? That's 11 p.m. your time? Oh, that's when you woke up? Yeah. I mean, fair. damn, you've been awake, like, for the entirety that I've been sleeping. That's very funny. Yeah, I wish I could do that. So, first of all, I want to make it through this cutscene because, like, the background music is not very good. But also, welcome, everybody. Dovir Berg, boy. Because I'm just, my brain is... My brain's not awake. What do you mean by you wish you could do that, Berg? Like, go to sleep at, like, 10? Or 11 or something? Because, like, I don't normally sleep at, like, good times. Like, normal good times, but... Yeah. Oh, I also realized that the dance competition is going to be indoors, which probably means that Constance isn't going to be dying. So I also watched the finale of Ian Recco. Yeah, the final battle was very, like... Revelation! Go to sleep earlier, that's what I wish I could do. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I also have issues, like, going to sleep at, like, a regimented time or a good time. It's just, like, yesterday I, like, only slept for, like, 5 hours, which is low for me. Like, I can't really function on 5 hours of sleep. Or rarely I can. So I was very, very tired by, like, 8 my time, and then, like, would have gone to sleep immediately if not for the fact that I was rooting for our boy Jonathan with a G. Yeah, honestly, it's funny because normally I don't do the whole, like... I feel like the first thought in my head is not, like, game design critiques whenever, like, I'm looking at a thing. But in this case, I couldn't help but think about it because I was like, oh, it's really interesting that, like, you know, devs basically put together this entire thing. Like, they had to design a... excuse me. They had to design, like, a boss fight, and they had to design, like, another boss fight. I didn't get a chance to watch too much of, like, the final one because it bugged. I'm assuming it was bugged. It was bugged for, like, 10 minutes or something. Like, the final boss fight wouldn't trigger for, like, 10 minutes, and I'm like, that is incredible. Like, actually hilarious. So I don't know if it was bugged or they had to, like, do something specific. I wasn't really paying attention. Like, that was the point in time where my eyes, like, actually, like, could not stay open, so I was just sort of, like, listening. But yeah, it was, like... It just feels strange, that... the Stain King. The Stain King felt like... Like, that fight felt like I could not really understand. Like, the spin seemed to just kill people, you know what I mean? Like... It just kind of, like, killed people. So I'm, like, confused. Like, I wasn't sure if this was, like, people were not using shields, like, they were not holding up their shield. Or if there were any, like, recollections which were damage barriers or something that they were expected to use, because I wasn't sure if the spin had a wind up. I know that the lasers killed people a bunch of times, which probably, like, they could have dodged if they were all Final Fantasy XIV players. But I think the spin pretty consistently, like, insta-killed people, and I was like, that's probably not how you wanted that to be. Like, I think if the spin did, like, 80%, or, like, 80% if you were assuming that it was just going to be for content, and then probably, like, how are you supposed to interact with it, right? Like, do you shield? Like, what is the actual, like, correct gameplay to interact with this thing? So I just thought that was a little off. Also, it was obviously pretty tanky. It took a while to kill that boss. And it wasn't super high velocity, because there was like respawns. Which they weren't going to make it that there weren't respawns, because it's like, what are they going to do? Are they going to fail to beat the boss? Are they all going to wipe and try to redo it, and then they all need to not die over the course? It's like, they're not actually doing a raid boss, right? It's mostly narrative. So it's like, because they're doing it for narrative reasons, and that's like more of a UX perspective, like, they do actually just eventually need to kill this thing. I feel like it might have been better to make it not as tanky, so, but. Yeah, same. I love writing, been actually studying a bit. When I watch her interact with stories, critique brain is turned off. Yeah, I think some people like... I think I've said this before, but some people like get really attached to their like skill, right? So it's like, if your identity becomes about being a writer or a game designer, for example, like, you know, like that usefulness or that title or defending that identity becomes about proving it to other people. So that means when you play a game, you feel inclined to like critique the game so that you can like prove to people that like, no, I am a game designer. Like, my identity is I'm a game designer, right? But it's like, if you don't have to prove anything, like, why does it matter, right? And I think that lens helps me a lot for, like, I don't need to prove anything. Like, I don't... It's not like I'm going to critique every single thing that, like, that a game is doing. Like, I can point it out because it's funny, like, because it's content or because, like, I want to, right? But I don't feel inclined to do it based simply because, like, I can, right? And I think there are people who really, like, they get inclined to do it, so... It would need to be nerfed if no respawns, like Spin doing 50 to 60 and ground lasers doing 80. Yeah, it's like... I don't know, I think the ground lasers being an insta-kill was kind of okay. But, interestingly, I was thinking about it, like, the perspective of Minecraft actually doesn't help you a lot for seeing ground lasers, right? Like, you know how in Final Fantasy XIV it's third-person camera. And Minecraft is not necessarily third-person camera if you are not choosing to be in third-person. I imagine because it'd be pretty difficult to interact with the game in third-person. Like, for this boss fight in particular. So, I was like, okay. That means it's kind of hard to see the ground lasers. But then maybe what you'd want to do is... you could have a different kind of indicator. Like, maybe you have an indicator above the boss's head. And actually, very specifically, I think that indicator would need to show up early because you're asking the player to check the ground for where the lasers are, which there's going to be a disconnect. So you need to send the indicator above the boss head first and then show the thing at the bottom. Which they aren't really going to put that together. Like, there's also the idea that, you know, a Final Fantasy XIV boss, like, has a lot to do with knowledge, right? So when people do, like, I think they call it, like, prog clears. Like, when they're just trying to figure out the boss and they're trying to, like, get it done, because they're the first people to do it, like, a lot of it is figuring out the mechanics and trying to do stuff like that, right? Like, they don't have the time to play against this boss and, like, lose to it a bunch of times to learn the mechanics if there were no respawns. Like, that wasn't the point, right? Again, it's, like, narrative. It just felt a little uncompelling to me because, like, the design didn't seem that amazing for, like, as far as the boss fight is concerned. But it was cool. It was cool because, like, you know, just, I think just the fact that, like, the thing was working at all in, you know, Minecraft as an engine. It's effectively like a game engine, right? Like, people treat it as if it's a game engine. It's pretty impressive, so I already thought that was cool. It's okay in the context of respawns or assuming they'd have multiple attempts, but for a first-time kill, it's too punishing the first time they use the move. Yeah. So I felt like, yeah, it just needed, like, better indicators in my opinion. Like, I think especially, like, you could consider the content, because I don't know how much they playtested, right? I actually considered this, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they've playtested these boss fights, because I feel like that's something you would probably do, right? The thing that I would be interested in is considering the context that, like, this is the first time they're going to be seeing the boss, and it has, like, a relatively simple move pattern. That, like, you probably want to go really heavy on the indicators. Because, like, they're only ever going to fight at once, and it's going to be their first attempt. So, that makes a lot of sense to me that you would want to, like, make the indicators really obvious. The thing that I was genuinely curious about was if you could simply have your shield out and, like, defend, if that was enough to stop the boss patterns. Like, probably not the ground lasers, but the jump move and the spin move seemed like things that were blockable. But Gigi had her shield out, but I don't think she ever, like, held the block button. Unless I don't know how Minecraft works anymore and there's no block button. So... yeah, that's why I was wondering. It's like, what's the expectation on, like, what mechanics you know how to use? Like, again, the fact that it's primarily a narrative boss fight, like, I feel like that leans you towards, like, designing to making it very, very, like, easy. And the thing is, it was easy. Like, contextually, the boss is still easy. It's just, like, if you want to make it easy and look like they're competently winning, then, like, I feel like having a lot of indicators would have helped, but, like, maybe it wouldn't have, because, like, again, it's like, what do these indicators mean? You know, it's not clear. The thing is, like, I compared it more closer to, like, FF14, because I know a lot of the talent, not a lot of the talent, I know some of the talent have played 14, so, like, they might have been able to, like, pick up shorthands and then, like, start calling patterns or something. But using the right shield was not really possible since right-clicking usually means opening the trade menu on another player. Oh, that's so interesting! That's so interesting! Wow. Huh. That's actually really interesting. Wow. Cool. That's just like a... like a UX bug. Or, like, UX problem. I feel like this is one of those, maybe you could have a state where you're in combat, and then you could have a state where you're not in combat, right? And this also assumes that they designed for the fact that the shield was supposed to be useful in the boss fight, which is, like, unclear, still completely unclear whether that's the case. But if you wanted them to use shields in the boss fight, that's something that would come out in playtesting, right? Because you'd have, like, 5 people fighting it, and then you'd have one person accidentally open the trade menu when you're trying to block the boss, and it's like, oh, that's an oversight. So you'd have to, like, compartmentalize that, or, like, at least disable the feature while you're in battle. But then, like, if that precedent isn't there from the beginning, you might have someone who's trying to trade someone, like, a healing potion in the middle of the battle, and then it wouldn't work. So I feel like if that system was there from the start, like the very, very start, and then, like, they knew that when you're in combat, you cannot open the trade menu, then I think it would have worked. That's really interesting. That's kind of cool. I like to imagine universe time not stopped there, just awkwardly standing there. Oh, like for the Huron Cup? For the Aeron? The whatever cup? Yeah, sorry, what was the other stuff? My Constance has Mystic Punch. I read that. In my head, at least. Congratulations to your Constance. I would like her to Mystic Punch me in the face. 14 players, but I'm a healer, so I just yell at my DPS to get good. Oh, man. Oh, sorry, so you're saying you're a Final Fantasy 14 player. Ah, true. I wish I could get into Final Fantasy 14 because I love Night Girls. I really like Paladins. all of the paladin armor in Final Fantasy XIV is my favorite thing ever. But I just didn't want to play tank. It makes me uncomfortable. There's too much pressure. Too much pressure when playing tank. It's definitely an investment. Yeah, my main thing is just, like, I don't feel comfortable, like, I got to dungeons, basically. That's where I got to, playing Paladin, and then, like, I was doing dungeons with, like, a friend of mine, and then it's like, okay, you need to go pull the monsters, and then I was, like, crying to myself, like, shitting and crying, and, like, pissing myself, like... But what if I die? Like... And then I think the boss also had, like, a radial sweep. And then, like, I was not good at repositioning the radial sweep to not kill people. I was like, oh god, I need to move this thing so that my DPS doesn't die. And then, very awkward. The tank is the babysitter, that's something you gotta deal with. Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't really want to deal with this. Like, I'm not... Like, outside of the fact that it is a time investment, right? Because you think about it, right? I'm sure if I had nothing to do, like, if I wasn't busy doing, like, literally anything else, I'd be down to play 14, because I'd have the time to do it. It's the same thing with sort of Convallaria, where it's like, I actually think I'd be interested in trying to, like, learn this game and play it. It's just, like, I don't have time for this stuff. Like, I'm starting to realize that I just, like, don't have time to do stuff. And part of that is because, like, I'm a concurrent DFO player. Like, that's an MMO that does take up part of my time. But, like, you know, there's that. There's streaming. Eventually, I will get a job. I definitely felt very busy when I was, like, on my last project. And I wasn't even busy all the time. Like, sometimes I'd just be, like, waiting for tasks. But it still overall felt very busy, so... You're still playing DNF? Yeah. Hunter was just released. And she's great. I'm a big fan. There's a bird. And the main thing that I like about it is that she has 2 dashes that reset when you cast skills. So you, like, can dash twice, then cast a skill, then dash twice again. So you just dash around and it's really cool. But yeah. Ian Reco finished. That was cool. Ame was like, I remember, these were for you, and then gave Gigi, like, an entire 9 stack of 64 diamonds. And I was like, we made it. We made it, boys. We did it. It's incredible. Fantastic. And that's all of that. I did... Okay, so Fire Emblem. We can play Fire Emblem, right? No yapping, Fire Emblem. Oh, the DPS are the kids who try and say the biggest number they know? That's funny. That's probably correct. They're just like, I hit them with 99999. Well, I hit them with that +1. Well, I hit them with infinity +2. Like... Okay, sorry. So the last thing that I was saying about Fire Emblem was, Constance is going to be indoors, so she might actually do okay. I was looking forward to Constance being like, God, I don't want to be here, this is the worst, but because we're indoors, she's probably going to be very charismatic.
The competition will be judged by me, your humble servant, Alois Rangel, and also the acclaimed former songstress of the Mittelfrank Opera Company, Manuela Casagranda.
Yes, thank you. Oh, and it should go without saying, but I swear to show no bias to my own house. Got it? Good.
Last but not least, the glamorous assassin who does all of her dancing in the dead of night, Shamir Nevrand. The three of us swear on our honor to judge the following proceedings with utmost impartiality and fairness. And with that, will the representatives of each house please make their way to the stage? Contestants, are you
Dimitri
ready to
is their
dance?
dancer. That is very
the men
funny.
prepared to play. Very well. Begin! Time! That's all, folks.
Alright, it would really suck if we lost, right?
Splendid! All three of you were fantastic. Now, let's hear what the judges have to say.
Oh my, let's see. I suppose I have no choice but to vote for the Blue Lion House. Your performance was exhilarating. My heart is still beating a mile a minute.
I vote for
The Blue Lion House. Ah, shit.
the Black Eagle House. The way you carried yourself was striking.
Great feedback, both of you. Well then, let's see. Factoring in my own humble opinion, yes, we have a winner.
The Golden Deer House.
And
Wait,
will
I mean,
announce
that's,
the race right
shit.
now. Without any delay, the winner of this year's White Heron Cup is the Black Eagle House.
I was gonna say, you can fail this event, right?
Outcome could there have been?
Like, there is a chance for you to fail
Please
this,
give a
right?
big round of applause for our talented participants.
Suck it, Marianne, you're a terrible dancer. Feels bad, dude. I think you can, but I've never seen it happen. Yes, you can fail it? Damn. Dimitri's birthday, do nothing.
Amazing, no?
That's failable if you're under 13 charm. Mm.
The battlefield has much enlightening.
Man, my Ferdinand is just not getting to be flying yet. I want him to have alert
I
stance.
appreciate your effort.
Okay. Good job. So we can now reclass our dancer.
You needn't say
Wait, what?
how I appear does not change who I am.
Why is she? We're indoors. I know she's not necessarily indoors, it's just funny.
In this sunlight, it is hard to feel bright.
It's gonna be okay, Constance. You're gonna be fine. Abilities. And then, does she have the combat art yet? Yeah, she already has sword dance. Which I kind of want her to have drawbacks still. Is there ever a time that I'm gonna Wrath Strike instead of... No, Soul Blade is also 10. The only difference is that this is 4 durability as opposed to 3. Whereas this is 3 durability, so that would have been fine. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep drawback. Just in case. Eventually, it might save my life. Marion is better. Has no other classes, but no picking. Oh, she's better in any other class, but no picking on Marianne. Listen. We bully Marianne here for no reason. We don't actually do that. Okay, yeah. So people are like level 20 now. I think I can try to reclass some of them. Hey, well, I'm just saying it how it is. I'm just saying it how it is. Okay, all right. I shall get revenge for her. Well, you can feel free to try and bonk me if you like. Wow. You just need Brawl A or higher. That's interesting. Well, I'm not quite there yet, so I can't do that one. I guess Lynn can go up. Alright. Alright, Bernadetta. You got this. You got this time. 74%, you got this. You got this, I believe in you. Are you fucking kidding me? Bernadetta. You actual failure.
You weren't up to it, Bernie.
God damn it, Bernadetta. For fuck's sake. Drop out already. Damn it. Rat Strike is only good with 11 swords. Oh, true, right, because, like, we're still a magic attacker, so, you know, that does matter. What else do we got? I can't become a Fortress Knight yet, I think because I still need, like, heavy armor training and axes, yeah. Do I have another Abyssian seal? No, I need to get one when we go to the supports. Ferdinand can't do his thing yet. You're gonna be a bishop. He's eventually 69, you say? That made me laugh, which is rare for me. Are you saying it's rare when I make you laugh? Come on. I thought I'm supposed to be funny. I'm the funny person. Your sense of humor is complicated? Damn. Your brain is too big for me. Edelgard? Edelgard become a warlock yet? 65%? Dorothy is really close to becoming an assassin. Or I guess trickster, right? 74%. God, if she just had like one more level, it's too bad. Okay, exploration time. It's not you, it's me, I promise. That's what she said before she left me. I don't believe you. Alright, let's do our activities. We have supports, we have the Abyss to go to.
Maybe.
We have stuff to do. I need to train in heavy armor.
No.
Then we determined we're not really talking to people, right? Except for Edelgard and
You have my thanks.
sometimes students if I pass by them. We don't actually have a lot of supports to go through today, so I was thinking maybe I just like start the next map. Because I think I'm in pretty good position to like be doing the next map.
This is
So hopefully it won't be that hard.
Oh, I...
Also, hopefully Bernie can pass her goddamn Dark Flyer exam. Like, I would really like her to be a flying unit. Like, actually, very badly, I would really like her to be a flying unit. No one else needs. Okay. 3 more things. Probably heavy armor training, and then axe training.
I was. She appeared.
Where's the other guy? There he is. Oh, I think I can talk to Constance again because she won, right? Wait, first of all, where's Gilbert?
This is most upsetting.
It cannot be true that
Oh wait, we need to roll the Goddess Tower. Right. I almost missed that. Almost missed it.
This is oh, how did I come to win? Did the others eat something that disagreed with them?
No, it's because you're cute. All right. Congratulations on your win. Good thing you remembered because I wouldn't have.
Hello there.
Yeah, there was certainly a risk of me forgetting, and then I would have just stolen all your money. It would have been all for naught.
What the?
Do. Go to Abyss. Oh yeah, I think I traded in some of the fish for the thingy. I traded in some of the fish for Renown, and then I bought an evasion ring for my Ferdinand.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Mr. Backup doesn't come by anymore, which is fine. Not incredibly rude or anything. Nope, just fine.
Oh. I think he was already saying that last time, so darn. Actually, I wonder...
They're having a lot of fun up on the surface, aren't they? Some kind of grand ball. Picture them all relaxing, having a drink, getting to dance with people they fancy. If I showed my face up there, the Knights would have my head in a second.
He does miss his boyfriend. Very sad.
What do you require?
I'm kind of curious what this is going to say about the people. What does it say?
Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth.
No resistance. Okay.
Now let me see. Marvelous.
Speed and
This one should be proud
charm.
of their growth.
Why does it say that her magic is 0 stars? That's interesting.
Now let me see. I see this one has gained some experience.
Eye defense, big
Now
booty,
let me see. Ah yes, this one's growth is going
strength
quite
and
well.
defense. She's a mage.
Now let me see.
I don't care about you.
Now let me see. Ah yes, this one's growth is going quite well.
Under expectation for her personal / class growths. Damn, it's too bad.
Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be
Cool.
proud of their growth. Now let me see. Perhaps you'd have better luck with the animals of the monastery.
Wait, what did you say?
Now let me see. Perhaps you'd have better luck with the animals of the monastery.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's right. Dorothea sucks. Yeah, fuck that.
Now let me see.
Dorothea
yes,
fucking
this one's
sucks.
growth is going quite well. Fare thee
All right.
well.
Very cool. Sorry, wait, hold on a second. Wait. 1 second. I would like to do this just so I can hear this person roast Lorenz.
Now let me see. Perhaps you'd have better luck with the animals of the monastery.
Yeah, fuck you, Lorenz. What a piece of shit.
Fare thee well.
Constance is 23 at level 15. Yeah, what, and mine is, like, really not at all. Oh my god. How do I view your stats? There we go. It's 25. Okay, I'm you back in 2 seconds. Bathroom. You can watch this guy puke. Alright, BRB. Okay, we're back. Oh, I just realized I have one more activity point. Probably could have used that before I came down here. What do you have to say?
This is our last occasion to speak. I am ordered to be leaving.
Oh,
They are thinking I am the follower of an evil god. It is not so, but they are not understanding.
damn rip. That's unfortunate. Maybe you shouldn't have been praying with your devil magic. Huh? Did you consider that? Maybe just don't be
When I snuck into the
doing that.
monastery a while back, I saw a girl there the same age as me. She was crying. I couldn't believe it. How could you ever cry in a place like that, where there's always food on the table?
Damn. That's unfortunately. There are many different frames of reference for this. We could point to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Fortunately, some people are sad. Not on the basis of survival. They're just sad. Okay, get me out. Bring me back to the monastery. Oh my god. You're correct. We have to go back. She's talking about the child in the dining hall, if I remember correctly. Oh, is there someone like in the dining hall right now who is like sad in the dining hall? Like this month? Gotta go, need to do some quick shopping with my dad. Okay. Thanks for sticking around, Pika. Hopefully your shopping is fun. Okay, cool. I'll go check that out.
Hey, you.
Oh, the child is from Ramire. Damn, well... That is really too bad, isn't it? Okay, I need 2 of these. Right. Now we can leave. Okay. And then we'll do supports. And we have the 1 more professor point. I think I'm going to train myself in axes. And, I mean, nice. I don't know what would influence your professor growth. Unless you, like, I guess, ate every single time. I'm sure there's, like, an optimized thing. Setaf!
I have looked from his
Show me the
and also
axis.
his own-
Axe. And my axe. And my axe. And my axe. It's a little painful, like, I don't want to hear the dogs bark anymore today. Damn. Yeah, I'm actually kind of bad with loud sounds. Like, I don't like, I don't know, they just, like, spook me. And it kind of sucks, because it's like, I don't even want to be spooked. With this person? I mean, she's not saying anything. It does not appear like there's anyone to talk to here. She's certainly not crying. Because they said dining hall, right? Not entrance hall or anything? Dining hall, the food place. Yeah, this is the food place. Oh, dining hall. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, this is the, what is this called? It's the other hall. It's the reception hall. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Dining hall. I'm looking for a crying child. Where is she? Where is she?
Our life in Ramire village is gone. Father and mother, gone. Why couldn't you have arrived just a little sooner?
Listen. Oh. It's because your parents were destined to die, stupid child. Wait, why am I getting bonked? Why was I getting bonked before I said the thing that was clearly bonkable and stupid? Damn. You're the asshole? I am the asshole, I guess. That's what that means, right? Playthrough I'm on is Church and Wolves only, so I can get more units soon. It is? I don't know if going there earlier actually changes things. I'm pretty sure going there doesn't actually change anything. Like, in general. Like, they were already doing experiments, whatever, probably for months, you know what I mean? Like, we definitely could not have stopped them ever. Right? Which I guess I would have needed to be like... No, I just don't even know what to say. I guess it would have been like... We got there as soon as we possibly could have. I'm sorry we could not have gone there sooner. Right? That's not very, like, compassionate. Welcome, Spyro. I think supports. Can we do supports? I think we're on supports. Oops.
You've got a look of resolve on your face, Constance. Have you come to a decision?
Quite so. I never waver for long, you know. I can read the signs as well as anyone. Things are in flux. I mustn't remain shackled by the past. I am ready to enlighten you regarding the secret that House Nouvelle has kept for generations.
Okay.
You have my gratitude. You will be rewarded for taking such a drastic measure. To be clear, this is about your crest, correct?
Your instincts are sharp.
Yeah, maybe you could just say I'm sorry and let them grieve. Yeah, the thing is, it's like not trying to explain. That's why I was thinking if maybe the better way to do it is to say like I should have been there sooner, right? Which is more to like echo their sentiment or like mirror what they're saying. Where it's like, why weren't you there sooner? And it's like, you know what? I should have been there sooner, right? Because some people are looking for like word mirroring or like empathic mirroring. So like if you empathize with what they're saying, well, they're distraught because they think something could have happened if you were there sooner, right? So if you feel that, then it's like, well, yeah, the solution is that I should have been there sooner, right? Which means you can say something like, you're right, I should have been there sooner, and maybe I could have saved them. I'm sorry I couldn't have. Or I'm sorry that I didn't, right? So, stuff like not getting out of place fast enough can affect gameplay. No, the tragedy would have happened anyways. Sorry, this was an NPC dialogue. And basically, well, it's a child, first of all. So, like, they're grieving. They lost their parents, like. But they said, like, I lost my mom and my dad. Like, why weren't you there sooner? Or, like, why couldn't you have come sooner? And I was trying to think of, like, what you say. Because I definitely thought of something like, okay, well, what if you, like, word mirror them? Or, like... But the thing is, like, if you say it like that, then maybe what you're kind of instilling is, like, hopelessness. Because you're like, oh, the people who were meant to protect me couldn't be there fast enough. Right? If you're, like, doubling down on how they're already feeling. So that's why I thought it was, like, a little odd. Right? But yeah, I think, like, a simple I'm sorry could also work. But, I don't know. I guess the way that I generally think about it is, like, you know, there's a lot of answers that are probably, like, about equal with each other. Like, there's a lot that you can just say that are like, oh, I'm sorry. Or that are to the effect of I'm sorry. Like, if you said, if you said, like, I'm sorry, we tried to get there as soon as we could. Like, to me, I think for someone who's grieving is, like, still, like, that's still about equal, right? But I would probably want to take the risk on, like, saying, you know what, like, we should have been there sooner. Right? Something like that. I think could, like, help someone. So, anyways. It's a hard question to answer. Well, yeah, that's why I was, like, thinking about it. I don't think there's necessarily, like, you know, much else. I'm just speaking from personal experience. It's not like a... Yeah. Consoling a grieving child is not exactly an easy task. Well, yes. It's not like... I've never had to console a grieving child before, so... Yeah, when I say I'm speaking from personal experience, I'm saying that, like, emotional mirroring or word mirroring is, like, a thing you can do in conversations when you are trying to be emotionally supportive. So, like, if your friend is, like, very angry about something, then you don't necessarily need to challenge or invalidate the things they're saying, right? You can instead just, like, mirror what they're saying, or you can just, like, not even respond. Right? Where they're just saying things at you and you're like, yep. Like, you just, like, agree with them. or like you give them the space to like say what they need to say, and then aside from the fact that you're just like another being that is listening to what they're saying, like you don't have to do more. Right. So it could even be in this case that like you don't need to even say I'm sorry. Like you don't need to take responsibility, right? Like you can just even acknowledge like, yeah, people should have been there sooner. You're right. You know? Like you don't even need to take responsibility. I don't think I would have the strength to say any more than I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, because again, this is a theoretical scenario. Obviously, I'm not actually talking to somebody, and like, I don't like the problem with any kind of like, oh yeah, you should emotionally mirror people to like help emotionally support them and stuff. Like, sure, I've done this in the past, but it's not like in the moment you don't go like, ah, yes, I'm going to like 3 dialogue options. I'm gonna choose the one where I emotionally mirror them. Like, you know, that's not really like, I don't find that has good outcomes. All right, you just kind of like vibe it out. There's no script. Intuition is very helpful. Yeah. Anyways, sad for this child. Big rip. Also, the person in Abyss being like, "How could that child be sad?" And it's like, well,
According to the Empire's records, I bear the major crest of Macule. But those records are mistaken. In point of fact, the crest that I bear is...
The major crest of Noah, one of the lost saints. That bloodline was believed to have died out. No one, not even the Imperial nobility, bears that crest. How then did you come by that bloodline? And how did you manage to thwart the Empire's investigations into the matter?
All of the answers you seek are tied to House Nouvelle's origins. Close to 1,000 years ago, Saint Noah parted ways with Saint Seros. She lived out her days in seclusion on what would become Nouvelle territory. Her children obscured their origins before serving the Empire. It wasn't long before they were ennobled. I suspect Saint Noah feared that revealing her crest would only lead to tragedy.
So she passed it off as the crest of Macule, which already existed within the Empire.
Yes, much like Saint Macule, Saint Noah was known to be a masterful mage. Her magic ensured that any test would not reveal the true nature of her crest. Otherwise, someone may have exploited our bloodline long ago.
For the saints, I think they're just like major historical figures. So like Saint Seros had a crest, I think, probably, but she was part of like a major thing. Like, I don't know if they were like I guess that is what a saint is, right? Like a major religious historical figure, but like they weren't the archbishop or anything. Like they were just important person.
House Nouvelle was known for producing as few heirs as possible. It was also known for keeping its offspring pure, mostly by disallowing marriage with other houses. All of that effort was in order to conceal Noah's bloodline, wasn't it?
Yes, but it was a factor in our house's ultimate downfall. Our priorities were, perhaps, not what they ought to have been. In sidestepping the internal strife within the Empire, we left ourselves open to the external threat posed by Dagda. With stronger blood ties to other houses, we might have had allies in our time of greatest need.
Interesting. I always had the inkling that the 6 noble houses were eager to see House Nouvelle fall. Thank you for trusting me with this, Constance. I swear that once I ascend the throne, I will do all I can to help you revive your fallen house.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go completely fine. Once Edelgard ascends the throne, yeah, nothing is gonna go wrong. Everything is gonna be totally fine and cool and happy and great. I think all the saints are dragon people, but I only have Saint Seros, Chikol, and Sethleen to base that on. Yeah, I don't know if the other ones are too. Is Edelgard just a maid or something else? So, you can change the outfits of the characters. And some of the DLC outfits, like, one of them is you can change them into a maid, right? So I made Edelgard a maid because that's funny. Because she's like the Imperial, like, Empire, what are they called? The Emperor. They're the Emperor's daughter. So she is like next to ascend the throne. It's because Flara's a creep. What the fuck? What? She's cute. She's cute in the maid outfit. What? You finish Edelgard and Ferdy's support is while she has trying to leave. She actually enjoys hearing the other side. Mackerel and Indek are dragons as well. Interesting. What's wrong with maids? Damn. I mean, I think it is fair to frame, you know, what kind of person wants to put female characters into a maid outfit. You know, maybe it's because they're kind of weird. Like they're a weirdo.
Good morning.
That's one way of interpreting it.
The weather is nice today. So, it's really nice weather we're having, isn't it?
To which I would say, you know, just don't make it weird. Edelgard is adorable. Ferdinand. Yes, there are also dragon people. There are people who are part dragon, or like they are a dragon person, or I don't know. And that's pretty typical in the Fire Emblem universe. Which, by the way, if there are dragon people, you know what that means. At one point in time, there was a dragon who, you know... I'm saying that at some point in time, there was something happening with a dragon. That's all.
Indeed. Did you want something?
I'm really sorry.
I can't accept your apology until I know what it's for.
Oh, good point. I'm sorry I said you were terrifying.
Is that all? I'm used to that. No apology necessary.
But you've been avoiding me since then, right? You even stopped doing your deathly grin.
I am merely trying not to frighten you. Is there something wrong with that?
It's not working. And yes, there is. You can't quit talking and laughing just to try to make me feel better. That's not really fair. I need to master my own fear.
Oh, this is cute.
Is that right?
Yes. Right.
You told me not to forego laughing, so I laughed as hard as I could. Is it helping to conquer your fear?
Yes. I mean, someday it might. Maybe. I'm not ready!
Oh, that's okay, Bernie. It's okay. It's okay. Remember when allied dragon characters actually transform into dragons instead of just remaining in human form? Old FE fan? No, listen. Once upon a time, I played a little old game called League of Legends. And at the time when I was playing the game League of Legends, I was a fan of the character Shyvana, who is a half-dragon. There is no shortage of memes of Shyvana being a dragon. It's like, what is the joke? The joke is, she's a dragon. In case anyone forgot, this person is in fact half-dragon. Now you're thinking with your brain. These stones were cool. Also, whatever the Laguna had going on, or Lagus. I don't know what that is. Which Fire Emblem is that from? Actually, I could just look it up. Oh, they're beast people. Well, there's bird Lagus that are basically angles. Shout out to Unicorn Overlord. Honestly, the funniest thing, you get ad revenue. I do run ads on this channel. I think I'm relatively transparent in saying that the ads are not I constantly debate whether I should be running ads or not, and my only real justification is that, like, if I'm doing this, I should probably be running ads. You know. And I do get ad revenue.
Hey there, Hubie. I've been thinking about our conversation the other day.
I mean, like, yeah, it's not really, it's not great. For a whole 3 cents a month. Yeah, it is not high. And so I constantly flip-flop out of whether I should be running them or not.
And I've just got to know, do you really love 80?
If it's one or the other, I suppose it would be closer to love than to hate. Why?
I knew it! That's why you work so hard for 80.
I love how Hubert's like, I don't get the sense that he is actually romantically invested with, like, Edelgard, right? So it's like, do you love Edelgard? And it's like, I mean, I guess so, like, you know. YouTube giving 40-second unskippable ads nowadays, SMH. Yeah, so the nice thing about the 40-second unskippable ads, just for the record, so if people skip a skippable ad, you don't get revenue for it. Or that is my understanding. So that's why there's a mix between all of them. Because, like, the unskippable ads, you guarantee basically that there was an impression or that somebody watched the ad. Whereas with a skippable ad, like, if every ad was skippable, people would probably just skip them, right? And then, like, there's no revenue exchange for anybody, right? That is my understanding.
Oh, Hubie, I finally get you. You're just another servant suffering from unrequited love for their mistress.
You completely misunderstand. Unrequited love. Do I really look like the kind of drooling simpleton to have that kind of motivation?
Honestly, based.
I'd like to say yes, but
So based.
I know you just argue. Fine, Hubie. Tell me your situation.
Oh.
My situation is simple. I am walking a path.
Oh, do go on.
Everyone has a path in life. Lady Edelgard has shown me mine. It is just beside her own. So we walk together side by side. We stride ever forward, yielding to nothing and to no one.
So, you're sharing the same dream?
Bluntly, yes. But it's more than just a shared dream. I have many feelings toward Lady Edelgard. Gratitude, respect, awe, empathy, trust, hope.
Okay. I was teasing you, but I gotta say I'm just a little bit jealous of you and 80. That you're able to embrace these feelings and stride forward along the same path. You're lucky, Hubie. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to experience anything so utterly operatic.
Why not?
Because I figure the best quality in a partner would be that they make me happy. And loving another is really about wanting to be loved. I'm pretty sure that's different from how things are with you and 80.
Right. Yeah, so first of all, that was very cute. I feel like in Hubert's supports, I actually really appreciate him as a character, but like everything he says in the main story is just like, sounds like Goon 1, Goon 2, like evil henchman bullshit. Where I'm just like, I don't care. But yes, I mean, this is from Quora, you know, so whatever citation needed, question mark, whatever you want, like, who knows, right? But it says ad revenue for skippable ads. Yes, period. Advertisers only have to pay for the ad if a user watched it without skipping. So for skippable ads, the first 4 seconds are free for the advertiser. YouTube shares the ad income with the channel owner. So if YouTube doesn't get any money, the creator won't get any too. So yes, if you skip a skippable ad, the creator does not get any revenue. Which again, like it's neither here nor there for me. I think that if I had to wake up tomorrow and my entire audience said like, hey, what if we just didn't run ads? Then I would be like, you all support me well enough. I appreciate that. I will stop running ads and reconsider. But the last couple times that I've pulled it, it was like, do people care about ads? And then people were like, it doesn't really matter. So I just like kept running them. Oh, there is also something else that I thought about, was that if someone joins and they get played an ad immediately, I think that there is a likelihood of people clicking off on Twitch. But there was a thought that I had in my head, which I have no evidence it is completely unfounded. But if a YouTube user typically gets sent an ad when they click on a video, right? People watch or skip ads to watch the video, right? Like, people on YouTube are more conditioned to get an ad immediately when they start a video, which means that if I am running ads and they get one immediately when they click into my stream, there might be more like it's kind of a feeling adjacent to loss aversion, where you're like, I'm going to like sit through or skip this ad in order to watch this thing because I was interested in seeing what it was. So maybe they give me like 0.5 more seconds to like convince them to stay, right? Completely unfounded, that's just like my schizo thoughts on it. Like, maybe it makes you like seem more valuable if you're like, hey, by the way, my channel runs ads. Like, look, you clicked onto the stream and you got an ad because like this channel runs ads. You just click off and click again until no ad comes. Yeah, that's fair. That's how some people do it. That vibe's right to me. Yeah, it's one of those, like, someone could tell me that's wrong and, like, show me evidence for that's wrong, and I wouldn't, like, be super torn up about it, right? But it does basically boil down to, like, I am running ads on, like, basically on principle. It is worth, like, 0.00001% of any income that this channel makes. Like, it is not... It is cents. Right? So I'm effectively just running them on principle. And if people ever said like, hey, stop running ads, please, they're annoying, then I would stop. And the other thing too is that, like, you know, if we ever did grow as an audience, like, the cents would turn into not cents anymore, you know? So that was the other... Like, sure, it's cents because, like, 3 people get ads, like, once or twice as the stream goes on. And, like, a lot of people skip skippable ads, so therefore there's no revenue from ads for that. But, you know, if it was closer to, like, some amount of dollars, multiple times a month, it's not, it's probably less terrible.
How did you know Dorothea was an orphan?
Oh yeah, sorry, I meant to read this. After knowing the character makes sense, Edelgard isn't comfortable playing the villain, so he does all the dirty work and projects himself as the villain. Yeah, which is fair, it's just kind of like cringe.
I hear she buttered up some noble and he enrolled her in the academy.
Does someone like that even belong?
Hey, fuck you. Damn.
I suggest ignoring them.
Lynn, don't scare me like that.
You seem less scared than surprised, but that's quibbling, I suppose. As for those 2 gossips, unimportant. I suggest forgetting all about them and their petty words.
Damn, so based.
I've been the target of a lot of gossip, and eating generally makes me feel better.
So based.
Pretend we're the same. If I could brush it off so easily, I would.
It doesn't seem particularly difficult. Where's the problem? Is this about your pride?
No, not even a little bit.
What then?
Lynn, please just go away. I want to be alone right now.
Oh.
That's fine. But your life is your own business. It's not something that can be affected by the petty words of a stranger. Ah, sorry. I kept talking, didn't I? I'll stop now.
Please do.
Damn. Part 1 of 2. I mean, like, that was kind of cute. It's like, they'll figure it out. Like, there's some balance between, like, we have social emotions. Shame is real. People feel shame. But also, like, just because you can feel shame doesn't mean you need it to, like, control your life. They have some good hearing strength to hear all those words from that distance. Yeah, they were just casually off screen hearing this, like, conversation that people were whispering about. Of course.
Dorothea, I want to be asking you a question.
Oh, please do.
Oh, I think we've already seen this because this was from the previous round, no? Oh, wait, no, we didn't have.
Different from the rest?
Yes, I suppose.
No, never mind. We haven't seen this
an
one.
heir or an heiress, but not me. I'm just a commoner. When I enrolled in the Officers Academy, I was different than everyone else.
He's right, though. A stranger's opinion matters only as much as you let it. Yeah, the problem, and what I'm saying is that, like, people have, like, some inherent care for people's opinions because of, like, social emotions. So, like, shame, right? Like, people still feel shame, right? So, right, like, I think overcoming how much that affects you starts with understanding, like, why you have that in the first place and then moving past it. Or at least that's my understanding. Rather than being, like pure Stonewall. I mean, who knows? Like, there are certainly probably people who just Sigma Giga Chad through it and, like, become the Stonewall. But I think my journey was, like, I'm trying to think. It's like emotions, Stonewall, crippling depression, emotions, and now I'm kind of okay. It's like an up down, and I think I ended up at okay, but, like, Stonewall was one of the steps. But ultimately, I was still miserable. I don't think most people even remember most shameful stuff of others, so he makes sense. First ever use of Sigma Giga Chat as a verb. Yeah, if you just Sigma Giga Chat your way through something. Exactly. Also, while right, you can't really tell people just to brush it off. It's easy. When you mess up, everyone remembers and tells their friends about how you messed up. I mean, the thing is, that's, like, actually kind of true sometimes. Like, someone will do something stupid and then be like, oh, I was at the supermarket, and then there was someone who, like, dropped a bunch of fruits. And then the thing is, like, they put the fruits back onto the, like, the container where the fruits were, that it fell off from. And then I actually had to go approach one of the clerks and be like, hey, this person dropped a bunch of fruits and, like, they're back on the stand. Like, I don't think that's safe for people to buy the fruits because the floor is obviously incredibly dirty. Like, you should probably look into that. So the thing is, it's like, this person was dumb and probably should have, like, told the clerk that, like, hey, we dropped a bunch of fruits, and they didn't. So I had to do it. And it's like, okay, well, I remember this random story of this person doing this thing because of how fucking stupid they were. And now I'm telling other people about it. Right? Like, so, like, yeah, that does happen sometimes. The thing is, you don't need to experience the other person telling you that story to your face or anything. right? Like, that's not, you know, assuming that you care about, like, the story that someone is saying, right? And I can promise you that the clerk doesn't remember it. Yeah, but the thing is, the clerk then was like, man, this really tough day at work because this person knocked over the fruit, and then they tell their family about how, like, they had to deal with this fruit that got knocked over, and they had to tell inventory about how they knocked over this thing. And then, like, their family member, once upon a time, when they say that your, like, son and or daughter is like a store clerk or something, is like, yeah, my son or daughter is a store clerk. And there was this one time that, like, their person that knocked over these fruits and whatever, like, that was a really funny story. Do you remember that story? TLDR, everyone's out to get you. I don't think it's about everyone is out to get you, but I'm saying, like, let's not lie about the fact that, like, yeah, people tell stories about stupid shit that happens in their day-to-day, right? I think it's completely far removed from you as a person, right? Like, once again, you don't have to deal with the consequences of how many people talk about, like, the event that happened to you, right? Yeah, that's completely missing the point, is what I'm saying, right? It's just that, like, I think there's some degree of conditioning, right? Like, that goes into this, right? Like, and it's because if any of these people were, like, closely related to you, this would be awful to need to deal with this, right? Like, it's embarrassing, right? So people have varying degrees of how they are affected by embarrassment. People have varying degrees of, like, how they deal with, like, social ostracization, and, like, some people get angry at other people, some people are just sad about it. Like, I think it's not fair to just tell someone to be like, oh, just, like, deal with it, right? And it's like, okay, well, if every single day you hear about how, like, the only reason you're in the officers academy is because you, like, sucked some noble's dick, it's like, I worked really hard to get here. And the fact that nobody else acknowledges that makes me feel very alienated, right? So it's like, having people acknowledge your accomplishments and be proud of you is also very important to people, right? Which is why I'm saying that, like, when people say just brush it off, like, they're completely ignoring all of these other things that are part of, like, how people react to scenarios, right? Like, it's real. That shit is real. Like, so maybe for some people it isn't, but, like, I'm not so, like, presumptuous to say, like, oh yeah, well, just because I can, like, ignore all of this stuff doesn't mean, like, that doesn't affect other people. And, like, it affects me in different ways as well, right? Like, for example, my channel, I like to think the reason why I wanted to do this channel in the first place, or part of the reason, was that, like, listen, sometimes I just want to talk about, like, anime girls and how I'm a coomer. But specifically, I want to offset that by the fact that, like, just because I say, oh, like, I'm going to talk about anime girls and I'm a coomer, does not mean I can't then also talk about, like, life is hard. And, like, say something that is very reasonable. It's the fact that this person can exist, like, because people have negative stereotypes around, like, coomers. Right? Where it's like, I think I'm a fairly competent individual. Right? So then if someone goes like, well, you're just a coomer, and you talk about getting, like, hot glue gunned by your audience, like, every other day, then it's like, you're just stupid. It's kind of like, well, you're missing the point, right? You're missing half of the point. And then it's like, well, why do you care about the opinion of this other person? It's like, I don't really care about the opinion of the other person, but it is a little disappointing to me that, like, part of the reason I am doing this thing, part of the reason or thing that I want to demonstrate to people is, like, not getting across or is not clear to this person, right? That is disappointing, right? Am I going to be hung up on it? Am I going to, like, care about that tomorrow? Am I going to care about it, like, 1 hour from now? Probably not. Is it disappointing though? Yes, I do feel disappointment. I do feel kind of sad that it's like, well, you know, part of it is about like, you can accept yourself for who you are, and that doesn't like determine the trajectory of like your intelligence. That doesn't determine the trajectory of like what you want to accomplish in your life. Just is what it is, right? So like, the fact that someone would be very judgmental and not like understand that is like part of the problem, right? Because they're just very judgmental and they don't just let it be. So kind of like just don't judge others. Well, the thing is, like, we use judgment all the time. Like, there's value in judgment, right? It's just like you have to understand the paradigm of what is happening so that you don't get too wrapped up in it. That's what I'm saying. And like, there are some people where their way of coping with it is to like not acknowledge the paradigm. But what I'm saying is that in my personal experience, when I did not acknowledge anything that was happening in the world and I just was like stonewalled and had like no emotions, I think that was the most miserable time in my life. Like, it was awful. So, you know, at least now I feel kind of miserable, but I feel miserable instead of just like being miserable. It's a little different. Also, I think I'm in a better place, so, you know. If you mess up, people will record you. Like, bruh, I'm so lucky I'm not a kid. These generation people are so quick to put people online. Well, yeah, I think that's the hyperbole of the, right, of the thing, right? Where, like, society is even, like, more perfectionistic now. Society is more judgmental and perfectionistic than it has ever been, right? Because, like, we like judging other people. But the reason we like judging other people is probably because we're held to very high standards, right? I hope you start feeling miserable sooner or later. It's like, I think I have a pretty decent idea of why I'm miserable. And the good thing is that now I think it is circumstance-based, so we're trying to figure it out. Yeah, my schizo line of thought, line of thinking, train of thought. My schizo train of thought on it is that, like, people are progressively, like, there's a lot of people. So in order to get people who do things well, you need to be able to judge what quality looks like. So people are being held to very, like, high standards on things, right? So you could say, for example, that, like, my stream is not very good. Like, people who have very high quality streams, like, do better. And I'm not trying to explicitly make my streams very good, but I guess this isn't a very good example, but people are held to high standards. So because people are held to very high standards, both in like profession-wise, both social etiquette-wise, right? Like, do say these words or do not say these words. Like, be emotionally empathic, do not be emotionally empathic, right? Like, people have these qualifiers of logic, which I already said many times on this channel, that, like, what is the point of other people's standards? You can think about that. There is value, but, like, you should probably think about it. Is that, like, people are being held to progressively higher standards. In order to be holding someone to a higher standard, you must be using judgment with your qualifiers to judge those other people. Like, the individual who is judging the person, like, the person on your qualifiers. So, for example, like, if you really care about, like, saying the word lemon correctly, this is a really stupid example, but let's say you care a lot about saying the word lemon correctly, right? And people are like, you are not saying the word lemon correctly, right? It's kind of like, I am judging you for not saying lemon to my standard, right? And there's a whole lot of discourse around, like, people's ideologies, what they care about, etc. Of, like, you are not meeting my standard based on, like, the things that I'm judging you on. So because that paradigm exists, right, then that produces people who go out of their way to judge other people because that is what's socialized. So, therefore, now you have social media that is, like, we can record people not meeting our standards and then us judging them because that's what gets propagated. Because I get judged on a daily basis, so I'm going to project my judgment out to other people and record them and make fun of them, right? So it's just the cycle of like judgment, right? That propagates and becomes like, well, if you don't say lemon correctly, but I care about if you say lemon and also if you say lime correctly, right? And then like that escalates, right? Which is why we've gotten to the final conclusion. We've gotten to the end boss. So, do we judge people? Do we judge people for the fact that they are too judgmental? I am not allowed to claim that I am judging people for being too judgmental because that is my standard. I can't even judge people on that axis. The world is what it is. I'm not allowed to judge anything. Incredible. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible, dude. You just have to watch the train crash that is the entirety of like the human society. I just have to watch it explode. Like, there's nothing, I can't do anything. All I can do is attempt to explain what I feel like I understand to the people who care to listen to me, and that's all I can do. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. That escalated quickly? Yes. I think a very common defensive tactic men tend to have is telling themselves they don't care. Thing is, that doesn't make it so you don't care, and those bottled emotions tend to come out in destructive ways. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that, like, some people can't see how it affects them, right? Like, for example, Papa Lyria will very frequently, like, speed up when he is stressed in the car. And the thing is, like, I can notice it. Like, I can see it. It's like, we'll be having a conversation, and then, like, he gets slightly stressed out, and then he starts speeding. Right? So, like, he's a fairly stonewalled or stoic person, and I think he's calm most of the time. But the problem is that, like, since he has literally no awareness of the fact that he is getting stressed out, like, he starts speeding, and I'm like, well, could you not do that? It's making me uncomfortable. Like, please do not speed while I'm in the car. Right. So, to be honest, when it comes to complete strangers, I actively go out of my way to be easily judgeable in unintrusive ways because I find it funny. The only strangers whose opinion I care about are the strangers I know, like classmates. Yeah, and I think that there's, like, healthier lenses, right? For, like, that's what I try to do. Like, I care more about the opinions of the people who are, like, close to me. I care less about the opinions of strangers, and I try to, like, not worry about it too much, right? And then, like, the example where I was talking about, I sort of care about the opinion of people of, like, this stream, because, again, it's, like, it's explicitly the paradigm that some people would judge you as a degenerate, but then it's like, well, just because someone, like, has some qualities that make them a degenerate does not mean there's no value in that person. Like, I care about that, I stand for that, right? So, like, it does actually bother me a little bit if there are people who, like, come into the stream and they're like, ew, why are you using a girl model? What is wrong with you? You'll never be a girl. And I'm like, I literally don't even care about any of all of that at all. You could stay for like 5 minutes and know that has nothing to do with my content. Outside of the fact that I like thick thighs. But, yeah, it's just like, so I care a little bit. But I try not to, like, care too much. Care more about the people, like, that you'll know. Don't tell me someone has actually said, oh, no, I get that all the time. Like, I say all the time, but it's not really, like, all the time, right? But there are definitely some people who just walk in and they're, like, very rude and then they leave. And I'm kind of like, it's funny because, like, the thing that bothers me about it is, like, again, has nothing to do with, like, I am very comfortably, like, male. I already know that. Like, I play female characters in video games because I like having a cute avatar, right? Like, that's all I care about, right? But, yeah, some people are just very, like, some people are just very, like, rude, and then they leave. And I'm like, I don't even care. I've been playing female characters since Monster Hunter 1, dude. Like, that was in 2001. Monster Hunter 1 was released in, I think 2004, actually, maybe? 2001 was Metroid Prime. Yeah, 2004, Monster Hunter 1, I made a female character because I thought the Rathian Tassa looked really cute. Like, it's just... That was a long time ago. It says literally nothing about my personal gender identity. I don't care. But the thing is, people make it about that, and I'm like, man. If that's the case, recommend you don't wear pants or shirts. Clothing is cringe. If I could walk around naked without it being a problem for others, I would, no questions asked. Yeah, exactly. No, I think this is a real thing. Like, Poi is correct in this case, that, like, there are social standards that are kept for the purposes of, like literally the law. Like, you need to do it for the law, right? Or the general, like, social expectation. But if you think about it and there was no social expectation, then it's like, well, yeah, I just, like, wouldn't do it, probably. Right? Like, for example, in Castle Lyria, I don't wear pants, so... Like, if you wanted to imagine it, you could just, like, imagine that I am not wearing a skirt right now, because, like, I'm not... I don't wear clothes in Castle Lyria, so... It's just... Other side effect of why being a VTuber is great is because I don't need to wear clothes. I'm realizing it is 11:53 for me. Holy shit. I've just been yapping. Why stab at only no pants? Yeah. Actually for me, it's because... So I wear a shirt. I do wear a shirt, but I don't wear pants. And the reason is that if I'm not wearing a shirt, I actually get cold. I get cold when I'm not wearing a shirt. Sometimes. I remove my shirt when my room gets too hot. I wasn't making a statement, just thinking of the ideal world. Yeah, clothing is cringe, I agree. Does it feel comfortable to not wear pants? Yeah, I mean, kind of.
I wanted to secure my future, and my big idea was to marry money. Ever since, I've been dating different, terribly well-to-do men, searching for a good one. So far, there's been no reason for a second date.
Damn.
Marrying money? That is not sounding like a good idea. Money would be a bad husband.
Pretty much.
But you treat me well. I have so much gratitude. Why do you show me such friendliness when I am not money?
Oh, no, Petra. This isn't like that. I like spending time with friends. It's wonderful being friends with you, and I hope we can stay close for a long time to come.
Yes, I have that hope too. But I have also been thinking of who is good for me.
Oh, I see.
And still I am thinking we should be friends.
Oh, I know why. Because we're both trouble for Imperial nobility.
Yes. We both have troubles.
Feels nice, doesn't it? Knowing that together we can irritate that many people. Since we've already got a lot in common, let's get to know each other better, shall we?
So they're getting married, right? So they're fucking. That is what I got from that. They want to smash. That's what. Am I understanding this correctly? We've already seen both of these, so I'm gonna skip them on our previous playthrough. What are you? Oh, we've already seen this one. I'm 90% sure.
Find the analog of your beauty in nature. I can turn only to the lily. Only that flower is so.
We might have not even actually seen this yet. Girls' night, girls' night.
Look at these soft, delicate fingertips you have. It is as though they could blossom into fragrant lilies before my very eyes.
If you're so wild about flowers, why don't you try a flower shop?
Ooh, got him! Fuck you, Lorenz!
Wow, that was... I'm
Sorry I saw that, but I am so glad.
We have not seen this. This is incredible.
Did you not realize? I was only testing her.
Of course,
Any
Lorenz.
woman who is taken in by such simple flattery is ill-suited to my noble disposition.
Of course, Lorenz. You got it.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you explained it, because I thought you just got rejected. Just flat out. No way to make yourself feel better about it.
Man, Sylvain's so
The
based.
reason, your nobleness, is because that is really not the way you go about hitting on a girl.
Oh, is it not? And I suppose you consider yourself an expert on the subject.
Oh, Sylvain's not, you know, the best every time, but anyways. Oh, is he gonna totally fail? This is gonna be great.
Just had to come over and say hello, because finding you here feels like fate. Maybe we could go get some tea, get to know each other better.
I think you must have mistaken me for someone else. Someone else. Please excuse me.
Exquisite.
Ah, incredible. Incredible.
That's weird.
Fuck.
Usually fall for that speech. You must have spooked her.
To think that the noble House Gautier would be blessed with such a graceful and charming heir.
Please.
Oh, man.
A self-important failure.
Oh, man. Holy shit.
Worth my time.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, man. See, this cutscene... This cutscene is everybody on the pickup artist, like, subreddit. No, don't worry, man. I totally got this, dude. I'm gonna... Look at me, man. I'm totally gonna do it, man. Ah, are we meeting? This seems like fate. Sorry, you must have mistaken me for someone who cares. Like, damn, holy shit! Oh my god, damn! Oh man, that's so funny.
Hey, Lawrence, got a minute?
Certainly. I trust you're well?
Doing great. I found a load of old weapons, just got done hauling them out of storage.
Old weapons, you say? If there are any interesting swords in there, I would love to see them.
They might only be good for training, but with a little care, who knows? Here, have some oil.
And why exactly are you giving this to me?
Like I said, they need a little care. With a bit of maintenance, some of these will really shine.
When's the wedding? Bro! Yeah, that was actually insane. Actually, fire bars for once from Lorenz.
Yes, I heard you. So why did you give me the oil?
It's for polishing, Lawrence. Don't tell me you've never polished a weapon before.
Is Leone gonna tell Lorenz about polishing his sword?
But that is hardly a task befitting someone of my station.
Oh, my apologies. Other people polish Lorenz's sword. I wonder how he's doing with that.
If you had an exquisite blade, something of real historical significance to complement my noble heritage, that would be another matter.
In that case, appraise while you polish, you're bound to find something good working through these.
This seems as fine an occasion as any to air my grievances. I am a highborn noble. As such, it is my sworn duty to protect the common folk. I have no time for trivialities. What's more, you seem to be under the misapprehension that you can order me about. Please think carefully about how you speak to me.
I'm not ordering you around, and I'm not talking to you as a noble either. I'm asking you to help me with this, as a friend.
Whoa, friend? That's crazy, dude. Friend? I don't know about that one, Chief. Leone is cute. She's like, I really don't like when she stalks. When she stalks. Actually, honestly, that's fair. I don't like when she stalks Captain Gerald. That's a little awkward, but you know.
I am your friend, but I am also a noble. Those two qualities are not mutually exclusive.
Oh, good. Let's get to it then, buddy.
I am to serve the common folk. That's why I will not help you or the knights who protect the common folk. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, we've said this about Lorenz before, but it's kind of like Lorenz is clearly the, like, I don't understand the things I'm saying, but I keep saying them out loud. Whereas, like, let's say, for example, you actually felt some kind of duty to protecting the noble folk, right? That you would be like, or noble folk, common folk, there we go. You would assume that your brain could figure out that, like, no, like, doing my due diligence, like, polishing these weapons, helping people, like, results in protecting the common folk, right? Like, that's how that would work. But he's just chatting shit out loud and doesn't know what the fuck he's saying. So, he's just stupid. Like Ferdinand, he would definitely polish the swords. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it is already 12 o'clock. I think I went on that rant about the cycle of social judgment for a while. But we finished the supports. I guess that means we're on track to do the fight next time. I assumed that we would have had time, but then I started yapping, so... He doesn't think about what is the best course of action outside of what he's been taught. Yeah, he's just like, well, I'm gonna do this. I was taught that nobles do not interact with the common folk. I was told that nobles do not do X or Y or something, instead of being like, if I believe that I should be protecting the common folk, then I will do all I can to do that. So, he's dumb. That's my point. But yeah, it's already 12. Technically, I was like 10 minutes late to the stream, but I don't know. It's fine. We did everything we needed to do, right? We did supports. I guess what I can do here, let's end the time and let's find out if Bernie passes her what's it called? Her thing. Let's find out.
The ball is tomorrow. I have no worthwhile memories of such events.
Ah, wait. No, I fucked this up. I know why I fucked this up. We're gonna have to go back. No, we have to go back. I did not choose, that's why. I didn't choose. I have to go back. I almost forgot. We need to do that before I go. Alright, I'm gonna restart this. Close software. Time to redo everything? Yeah, there wasn't really much that happened, like just skipping a bunch of stuff. Did you choose a dancer? I did. But we haven't chosen who we're gonna Goddess Tower with, which I need to produce the wheel of people.
Professor, thank you for...
Yeah. Oh, I guess this means I don't have to waste my Abyssal Seal. Bring out the wheel. Okay. The window, and then Wheel of Names. Wheel of Names, random picker. Okay. Let's see. Edelgard. Let Fate. Dorothea. And Petra. Okay. And we're gonna have to do advanced. Yes. Instruct manually. I think they don't have... I'm just gonna do instruct automatically, so it's a bit faster.
Professor?
No. I can do a bunch of the class ups before the next thing, so I'm not gonna bother doing those.
Ladies and gentlemen,
oh my god. Oh, we have to actually like click to do this again? God damn it.
Anticipated ball to bear witness to the
Eat garden, buy seals, and train, that's it, right? Yes. Oh, it's different contestants this time. Oh shit, are we gonna lose this time? It's not Dimitri this time. Well, I guess I can't skip this. Do. Wait, what's the upside down D face for?
The black, the way you... And I... Once more.
As long as you have 13 charm, you win. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Peach's birthday. Birthday. Don't want you to lose. No, well, we passed last time. I just wasn't sure it was possible to lose again.
Seems simple. I'm getting it.
Okay.
I appreciate your effort.
Yeah, Constant's so cute. 10 out of 10. Charming out of 10. Okay, loading screen is 17. 10. 5. Okay. Let's see. This. Properties. This one. Okay. So we're shopping. Needed abyssal seals. Oh my god. Okay, training, eating. Ugh. Oh, yeah, sorry, I muted myself. I said I also can't wait to hear the Dustborn song. I'm sure it's amazing. It's gonna be great. You know, I'm very excited to hear about how awful it is. Hello, beautiful Vaughn. Thank you. Hello. Okay, we need to do eating, and then we have 3 trainings. Which stat boost do you go for? I don't like care about farming specific stat boosts. I do not feel the need to min-max my Fire Emblem run. Maybe I should. Anyone else needs... One more. We Are the New Porn. I think you told me about that one. That very silly line. I think Lorenzo's the only other person. Which, great. Awesome. I'm gonna not skip through the supports because I can do that off stream.
I did.
Okay. Training. Luis. Train me. Run to Gilbert. Run! I figured doing this is faster than entering a loading screen. 2, mean, is there anyone else who's out here that can train me in Axes? I think Anna, actually.
Hey, hey.
Why do you need heavy armor training? Because I'm gonna be a fortress knight.
I'd love to.
My professor is going to be a fortress knight.
Pardon me.
Alright, it is time. Yeah, I'm gonna have a thick booty. Last time we made our professor discount Claude, and now we're a fortress knight. I think this is cropped in a way. Aha. Okay. It is time. We have our weighting here on the side, as you can see, for each individual. We're gonna spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Actually, don't want to crop it too much differently than it's fine, I'll fix it. Just friendly reminder, we are going to be playing Dustborn tomorrow, and it's gonna be something. I think Setef can also train axes. Yeah, I care more about training heavy armor than axes, because axes, it's easier to train axes in combat. But okay, we currently have, this is for the Goddess Tower, 17 for Edelgard in the Goddess Tower, 10 for just let fate do whatever, 5 for Dorothea, and 10 for Petra. So if it's let fate, we're not going to choose anybody at the gatekeeper. If it's any of the other ones, we will choose that individual. So let us spin the wheel. Drum roll. Drum roll. Drum roll. Make all the redoing pointless. Drum roll. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna... God, no! Man! I don't want it to be Edelgard. I can't believe the majority actually won. Unbelievable. Damn. I can't believe Rance's thing actually won. Literally worst option. Unbelievable. The most basic option! I actually don't think I would have gotten Edelgard otherwise. Money wins. I can't believe Money actually won. Unbelievable.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Other than the legend of the Goddess Tower, of course. Have you heard the students talking about it? On the last night of the ethereal moon, on the same night as the ball, if a man and a woman go to the Goddess Tower and make a wish, it's sure to come true. I have a wish, but I can't find anybody to make it with.
Oh, gatekeeper. Oh. Yep. Choosing Edelgard. Friendly reminder, there's a significantly greater wheel of names that we're doing for marriage at the end of the game for the S support. Currently winning is Rhea or Lysithea, depending on the route. It's another wheel spin. It's not a... Yeah, anyways. Why can't female Byleth go with Gatekeeper? That, honestly, I wish. I wish I could have gone with Gatekeeper, because I want Gatekeeper's wish to come true. I really do, I do. Alright. Okay, we have chosen Edelgard. Train with the fault. Blah, 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 blah. We haven't done anything else. We don't need to do anything else. Oh, I'm gonna buy, because I don't remember if I did this yet or not. I do want to buy a few of these so that I can make more killer weapons.
I think this
and
one,
maybe some of these. I don't know what's going to make, but...
I think
okay.
Return soon, please.
His wish for there to be something to report. I will make that happen. Gatekeeper will always have something to report. Okay. Now let's do the Goddess Tower event, and then we'll call it.
The ball is tomorrow. I have no worthwhile memories of such events, yet I'm still looking forward to this one.
As am I, in the sense that I look forward to destroying all of the unworthy suitors who will inevitably swarm Lady Edelgard.
Does that include me? I'm just wondering.
However, when it comes to elegance on the dance floor, I am superior.
Oh yeah, and the reclass attend.
Bad
Correct.
dancer, Ferdy. But you do have some moves that are
Hard to watch.
You honor me with your kind words. I understand that I am sometimes too dazzling to behold directly.
I'm envious of your positive
Man.
attitude. I also know how to dance. In theory. Maybe I should participate as well.
Not me! You wouldn't catch me dancing at a ball any sooner than you'd catch a fish swimming through the sky.
Well, you do tend to flop around like a fish on the land after all.
Casper, what the fuck?
Why would you say that? Now I feel like a fish on a skillet.
On a skillet. Never mind.
Speaking of
Bruh.
ball, do we get to pick who we dance with? I wonder who I should ask.
Casper, you literally have no support with anybody.
Should Lady Edelgard wish it, I would be honored to.
I will fight with all that I have within me.
Fight?
What?
No, that's not really the point.
I will not be as a fish upon the flame.
Petra, come on. Bro.
Proposition. Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll actually do that,
It's a great
Edelgard.
idea.
I'm sure we're gonna meet up in 5 years, Edelgard. I'm sure.
Millennium Festival for Garrigmach Monastery.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's
I read
totally
the
gonna
magnitude
happen.
of the festivities will exceed all prior years.
Oh, how exciting. Sounds like a great excuse to come visit our dear professor.
You will be seeing how much growing I have done. You will be pleased, Professor. This idea is good.
Who knows where each of us will be in 5 years' time, or who we will become.
What did she mean by this?
I have faith that all of us will gather and celebrate our reunion.
That's assuming the professor is still here in 5 years, and not enjoying a cozy early retirement.
Even if that's the case, you will come, won't you? Whether or not you're still teaching here.
Of course. Of course I'll be back in
Don't
5
forget,
years,
my
because
dear.
nothing will happen in 5 years, for sure.
Even if the Millennium Festival should be cancelled, I promise to return.
Why would you know if it was canceled, Edelgard, huh? How would you know that? And why would you not? What does that mean? Guys, what did she mean by this? Chat, is this real? Guys, is this real? This is a cutscene, though. I think this is remade. Whatever. People don't retire at 29. Petra's best girl just had to make Flar pay because he likes Rhea more than Edelgard. What do you mean? I mean, am I wrong, though? Would you really like Edelgard over Rhea? Like that just doesn't make any sense, right? What did she mean by this? School is in the red and maybe close. That must be it. They're gonna be in the red for some reason.
Running away? I understand. You hardly had the time to breathe in there. It must be hard to be the favorite teacher at the ball. Poor professor.
Stop bullying me, Sothis. Or do. I mean, I can't boss you around. Especially in that outfit. Yeah, in this one for sure. I'm not everyone's
Was that a
favorite.
joke? I find it hard to tell with you. Just think of all the students begging you to dance. But where is there to run? This place is filled with joyful students looking for a dance. Ah, I see. The Goddess Tower waits for you.
Joke aside, I do think you'll enjoy Edelgard's post-time skip supports. They're really cute. I hope I haven't fucked up the thing yet. Hope I'll have the choices available. Don't poke me about my social anxiety. Or do. I can't boss you around.
Ah, here you are. Are you waiting for someone?
Bruh. I was waiting for you.
For me? Well, you should have summoned me earlier. Regardless, here I am.
Something happened?
No, nothing in particular. In fact, that's why I came here.
Man.
This place, the Goddess Tower, it was special to my parents. My father attended the Officers' Academy himself. A few years after graduating, he was crowned emperor. One day, during
You've not
a
missed
visit
it?
to
That's
the
good.
monastery, he snuck into the Goddess Tower on a nostalgic whim. And there she was, my mother. She had just enrolled in the academy that very year. They were instantly drawn to each other. Love at first sight, you could say. It was the first time either had truly been in love. Or so the story goes.
Damn.
Yes. Of course, as emperor, my father had already married for political reasons. As the empire demands many heirs, he also had numerous other lovers. In the end, my mother settled for becoming one of his many consorts. But I choose to believe there was genuine love between them.
Oh.
I suppose it's a silly story to cling to.
Oh, it's cute. Who is... I feel like this, you know... Listen. Do we go on the offensive? Or do we just say that was a nice story? We gotta put our entire ass out there, right? We gotta be very forward. Alright. Tell me.
For some reason, I feel compelled to tell you all of these things I have kept hidden.
Oh.
I can't say the name, but it was a noble who I met in the kingdom a lifetime ago. Anyway, what about you? It's your turn to reveal some long-held secret. You can share a story about your past, or perhaps tell me about your first love.
Let me think. Actually, I don't know if I've told this story. It was like, do I want to tell this story? Well, I mean, I guess I already said things out loud. Quickly, I need to come up with a cover-up story. I actually remember, there was like one of the subjects was like public speaking, right? And then you had to like make like a speech to do public speaking or whatever, right? And actually, so the girl that I liked in my class, because I was in like elementary school, I actually remember she was like front row, and I like, outside of the fact that I probably already had some degree of social anxiety, I was like even more embarrassed because she was like front row and looking at me, and I was like dying. So I guess that's probably like one of the first instances of that. So there you go. It made my public speaking in elementary school even worse than it probably was going to be. Very, very shy uwu baby. Lo and behold, I have always been baby. Please don't ask me that.
You realize that just makes me more curious than ever.
Sorry.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. It wasn't my intention to pry. I'm just intrigued by you and your mysterious past. You have supposedly always been a mercenary, but I believe there's more to your story than that. Let's leave it there for today and return to the ball. There must be plenty of students hoping to talk with you, and to dance with you. I would not wish to prevent you from mingling. I cannot keep you all to myself, after all.
Well, you could. We could make that happen. Well,
It seems that everyone is having a delightful time. Will you not dance some more?
I am basically in the dancer outfit. Dancer outfit. I'm tired.
How dull of you. Had I a body of my own? Oh, I would sing and dance until I fell upon the ground. But
You know, I never thought about it, but that would be very cute. Sothis is just like a party animal.
You're not the only one who
Like,
feels that way. Look over there.
get absolutely blasted. Start singing like, I don't know, like any of the party songs that everybody sings.
Will you not follow her?
She starts talking about some story like from 1,000 years ago, like she would enjoy hanging out with Pendreo. Yeah, he's also he has literally the party animal like passive, right? That's what it's called. I have no reason to. Oh shit, I fucked up.
I know that you are curious to see what she is up to.
I think this is we've already seen this. I'm gonna skip this. Because that's like the same. More the same as previously. Rhea is like singing and you're like, oh, I've heard this song before. Wow. Alright. You can't rank up. Oh, I was gonna do these off stream. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Alright, pass. Oh, Lynn could probably fail this actually. Lynn succeeded! Alright, Bernadetta. I believe in you. Don't let me down, or I will double down on your anxiety. Oh, because I didn't train her manually, she doesn't have more flying, so it's 42 again. Come on. Fucking god damn it. Man. Sad. Well, it is what it is. Don't worry, Bernie's eventually going to become a Dark Flyer. Eventually. She just needs to, you know, like, eventually get enough of the thing eventually. She'll get there eventually, I swear. Do I have to do anyone else? I can't go yet. Everyone else is not level 20 yet. Edelgard cannot. Or I think she can, but I don't have a seal. Eventually cope. I mean, like, the thing is, eventually she will have enough stats. It's just, like, annoying because, like, just wasted a bunch of seals, you know? I'll buy 2. Who was your first love? I don't have those stories. Messenger might be a little bit in the past. Not in the past? I felt like the other ones were... Oh! That... Yeah, yes. Yes. What were your other stories? 2 children. That's correct. That is correct. Okay. Wait, so why does it say I can't do this one? Oh, because it's not above a certain percentage. Yeah, let's go. She passed. Let's go. Welcome back, Spyro. We're just wrapping up. As I do have to get going. Oh, that was a big stat change. The circle is only for 100%. Ah, okay, okay. Alright, so. That's gonna be it for today. A friendly reminder that we will be streaming Dustborn tomorrow at 4 p.m. EST. It's the weekday streams start at 4. And we'll be back with Fire Emblem next weekend. Saturday, Sunday, 11 and 10 respectively. That tends to be my schedule. If I need to change anything, I will do so, but... Monday, tomorrow, we'll be exploring the wild, wild... song, We're the New Porn, apparently. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Dustborn. And we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Alright, so if you're still here, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support, as always, and I will see you all next time. So, goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.